here for another month of the Home Seller Update Edition. And we're hitting in April, and it's the April showers. Hopefully bring May flowers, as the saying goes, because it is rainy and it's cold, and it's getting us more appreciative to when the sun comes out. So how does the market look? We're going to hop right into it. There's still a strong demand, to be honest with you. There's volatility in the market. We're not going to cover any of that. There's a lot of politics going on. I have no interest in that whatsoever either. I want to go over the data, and I want to go over something specific that shows you really how strong the market is at this point. So we're going to go over days on market. And the days on market, the reason I'm going over this one is because it shows the supply and demand version of it. So if the days on market are really low, then that's a sign that there's not a lot of inventory, homes are going quickly, buyers are out there making purchases, homes aren't sitting on the market for very long, right? So if you look at the information from so far this year in Calvert County, and this is not nationwide, I do local, and this is applies to St. Mary's and PG and Anne Arundel for the most part. These trends are very similar, but I like to use Calvert specifically. Is we have, for this year, we have 39 days on market. That's the average of all the homes that have sold so far this year, 39 days on market. And you're like, all right, so what does that mean? So we look at last year was 25 days on market. So we have a much lower inventory last year. Homes are going a little quicker. So the rates are kind of settling in. People are being a little more patient. The beginning of the year tends to be the buyers that are slower. They like to take their time. Spring, things pick back up again. Summer, even a little bit faster. And then the fall, and again, the beginning of the year, the winter. They're usually a little bit slower. So 39 is not too, is pretty normal. 2023, we saw the average being 30 days. So I'm expecting like the spring and the summer for things to pick up and that number to be less than 39 once this year is out. I expect it to be like somewhere in between the 30, 25, 27 days on market range, because there still is a lot of buyers out there that made the adjustments to the interest rates. They have income, they've been saving, they've been doing all the things, making the adjustments to their budgets, and there's not a lot of houses for sale. If you want to take a look back a little more historically in like pre-pandemic, because that's our life now, pre-pandemic, 2018, the average days on market was 64. So that kind of puts things in perspective. Things were pretty normal. 64 is about average. I mean, 30 is a lot. Those houses are moving pretty quickly. In 2019, to show you it's not an anomaly, the average days on market was 57. So around 60, 2 months is pretty normal in an average market. So having our days on 30 is a lot faster than it has been historically in the last 10-ish years. So that shows that the supply and demand is still there. Buyers are still out there making purchases. The value of your home is up, and it's likely not to come down. We are seeing a few homes that shot for the moon right when they listed their house, right? And so we are seeing some prices coming down, but it's not coming down. It's just because they started a little higher and they were just kind of testing the market, I believe. It's the values are still there. We're still going to see the increase over the next few years. The supply and demand is there for it. The days on market supports that. So, dear homeowner, you're still in a great position. The value of your house is still going up. There's a lot in supply and demand for it. You're in very good shape. Whereas the buyers are still also, if you're in a nice neighborhood, if you're in the northern end of the county, things are going a little bit faster. There's sometimes multiple offers. You need to be prepared for that kind of thing. If you're finding homes that need a little bit of love, a little bit of work, maybe even middle to south end of the county, you do have a little bit of leeway. Closing help, sometimes, not always. Repair requests, a couple here and there. But really at the moment, you sellers, you homeowners, you're in the driver's seat at the moment still. And we expect to see that for at least the near future. So for more information about your home or how the values increased in your particular house, you'll likely be surprised. Reach out. I can do a home analysis for you. It doesn't cost you anything. I just like to be able to help out and kind of show you where you're at with things. If you're planning a financial future, if you're just getting things together and just curious, stop using like the Redfins and the Zillows. Ask me. I can give you some information to really help you out. So hope everybody stays dry. Hopefully this information is helpful, and we'll see you soon.